Yeah.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Wonderful, wonderful. Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
MMA-Holes, MMA-Holes. From the Henry Solstice Studios of New York, UFC. Well, here we go again. Dana White's got a fight that he is putting together. May 9th. Will it happen? Let's go. Let's talk about it with the MMA.
What was that intro?
I don't know.
Did you mess up?
I was thinking about. I was like, I don't even care about being professional anymore. It's in the middle of a pandemic.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Now.
Let's do this. Maybe. All right. How you doing, friends? Season 4, episode 15 of the MMA-Holes. We're here. We're spunked up. It's the first time I had caffeine in a while. It's been like a month and a half, perhaps maybe 2 months since I really had caffeine. So I miss it. Jess, I really miss the caffeine. I feel great.
Yeah?
I feel alive. I feel energetic.
And you won't sleep tonight?
And I feel wonderful.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, I'm actually really pumped up about this. I know I shouldn't get my hopes up, but May 9th, here we go again, Jesse.
Here we go again.
Here we go. All right, so what do you think about this? When you heard May 9th, Dana White's looking to put together a card, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, I wasn't surprised. I mean, it was only a matter of time before Dana White came out with another idea or another plan to get the UFC back in business, so in no way did it surprise me. Did it surprise you?
No, it did not surprise me at all. And I'm going to go with it. I'm down. I'm down with the sickness. I'm pumped up. I like the supposed card that they put in front of our eyeballs. And I'm with it. They're saying it's going to be at the Apex facility. That's good. They're saying that the Nevada State Athletic Commission is going to be loosening up a little bit in May. Mm-hmm. And sounds like it's going to be a WWE thing. Mm-hmm. Vince McMahon has his thing going on in Florida. Now the UFC is going to have their thing going on as an essential business.
Yeah.
In Vegas. Okay. Some people within the media have been kind of like, oh, this is cool, like that we're throwing heat at the UFC. Do you think May 9th is the right time to be doing this?
Listen, I don't think there's ever a right time when you're in the middle of a pandemic. So I'm not going to kill the guy. I mean, he could have done it in April when he initially planned UFC 249, or he could do it a month from now. No matter what, we're still going to be under a pandemic. So who am I to criticize him for just choosing a date?
Well, you know who you are, Jesse? You're an MMA hole, and you can do whatever the hell you want over here.
I'm no Luke Thomas, that's for sure.
We can do that. Name is banned. We've banned that name. You can't say it here anymore.
More?
Yeah, we just gotta have to say like Felony likes to say that guy. Let's just do
guy.
that. Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys.
Mr. Flip Flop. Oh, call him Mr. Flip Flop.
I'm not Mr. Flip Flop around here.
Yeah. This event over here that is in the works. Now, a lot of these fighters did a verbal agreement. There's nothing really set in stone, which could make us hesitate about this. And I saw this, 20 minutes ago, 33 minutes ago, this happened. Look at this, Jesse. Look at this. 33 minutes ago.
What?
A little surprise.
What's the surprise?
Well, it's not playing. Surprise, it's not playing,
I blame
Jesse.
the hot dog bottom lip.
Why is it not playing?
I'm just going to blame everything on the hot dog bottom lip.
All right, well, Texas veteran, thank you for your generous donation. You are wonderful. I just saw that right now. All right, well, we'll see if anything else plays. So May 9th, they're throwing this thing together. They say they're throwing this thing together. And it's a pretty darn good card, Jesse. Mm-hmm. What do we have on this card?
Ferguson versus Gaethje is the main event. Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz, which is interesting. Nunez versus Spencer. Ngannou versus Rosenstruck. Stevens versus Kattar. Donald Cerrone versus Anthony Pettis. Greg Hardy, Jorgen De Castro. Alexei Olenek, Fabricio Verdum. Carla Esparza, Michelle Watterson. Ronaldo, Jacare Souza. Uriah Hall. Vicente Luque, Nico Price. And Charles Rosa and Bryce Mitchell.
Very nice.
Incredible card.
It's a creamy extravaganza that they're putting together. And if it does come together, I mean, we got ourselves a banger.
I like that they're putting Ferguson fights and Henry Cejudo fights on the same card. I think that's, I don't know, to me that's interesting. I feel like those are two fighters that deserve the main event slot. So for them to put both of those fighters on the same card is pretty fun.
What about Dominic Cruz slipping in against Henry Cejudo? I love it. This guy, a former champion, still I think is the best 135er out there. Like he was. I mean, what he did, and if he was able to stay healthy, the guy is an absolute beast at 135. Coming back once again to challenge Triple C.
Yeah.
I like that matchup. Now, remember, Dominic Cruz was the kryptonite to Mighty Mouse. He was the only guy to beat Mighty Mouse before Henry did. So it's kind of weird how everything is kind of tying together here, and I love it. It's a great matchup. You got Amanda Nunes versus Felicia Spencer. Felicia Spencer is that girl that has that, soccer mom body, all floppy and flippity and a lot of, pushing with the cushion. And she's very dangerous as a grappler. I don't know her chances against Amanda Nunes, but it's interesting. Yeah. It is interesting. And Ngannou versus Rosenstruck, yes. Stevens versus Kattar, yes.
Rosenstruck, Moss.
I'm calling Rosenstruck because I'm hearing a lot of people say it that way.
It's not even spelled strike.
Well, listen, that's how they're saying it.
Well,
if the announcers are saying it.
His brother said Rosenstruck.
Yeah?
That's what his brother said.
Yeah, but his brother has the heavy accent. So
his brother knows his own last name.
No, he's like, oh, yeah.
No, he did not.
That's what he sounded like. He did not
sound like that.
He's like, my brother.
Whoever's saying Rosenstruck is retarded. His brother said Rosenstruck.
Listen, whatever Bruce Buffer says, I mean, he is a professional name
I don't give a
announcer.
Fuck. It's pronounced Rosenstruck.
And how do you pronounce Ngannou?
I don't know.
How about this? Adesanya or Adesanya.
Adesanya.
That's how you supposed to say it.
But I say Adesanya.
Okay,
but it's
so you say that.
Rosenstruck.
So if you say, I say Adesanya, then I say Rosenstruck.
I say Adesanya because it's spelled Adesanya. Rosenstruck is not spelled Rosenstruck.
It's
Where
Rosenstruck.
in there do you see Rosenstruck?
Listen, my people, you know that I made a pact with my people.
It's not even spelled Rosenstruck.
That's how they're saying it, Jesse.
It's Rosenstruck.
Well, I hate to break it to you. That's how I'm going to say it because it pisses you off. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Jesus Christ. The little things that get Jesse pennies in a bundle. Donald Cerrone runs it back with Anthony Pettis. De Castro versus Hardy, which is a banger. De Castro is a guy from the East Coast over here. Greg Hardy looking to get back in the win column and beat up some women. I don't know. Do you think he'll take his inhaler into the Apex?
Yes.
Yeah. And Olenek versus Verdum. You got the old fucks going at it. Esparza versus Watterson, which is interesting. I kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Esparza, Watterson. That's an interesting matchup. Jacare, Uriah. I love Uriah. And I'm a big fan of Jacare too. Yes. Luque Price, banger fight. And Mitchell versus Rosa. Yeah. It's really good. This is a very well-balanced card. If this thing could stay intact, May 9th, the most creamiest card we've seen in a long time. Very exciting. Do I hold my breath, though, Jess?
I would.
By the way, Terry makes a great point. How do you pronounce Jędrzejczyk?
Like you just did?
Yeah, and how is it spelled?
It's spelled the way a Polish would spell it.
So you're saying because they're Polish, they spelled their name wrong?
No, I'm saying because they're Polish, they spell things a little differently than how they pronounce it.
So because Rosenstruck, and forgive me, was he from Tsunami or where's Rosenstruck from?
Tsunami?
Yeah, remember we had his people in the chat. Suriname.
You know why I correct you on Rosenstruck?
Why?
It's because we met his fucking brother and he told us how to pronounce it.
Jesse, I'm banning cursing from this show.
It's stupid. He straight up told us it's Rosenstruck.
All right, well, if you're going to call Adesanya by the wrong name, then I can call Rosenstruck by the wrong name.
Adesanya.
Anyway.
It's not spelled Rosenstruck.
Welcome to the show.
Well,
Jesse,
you brought it up.
Jesse she loves a debate.
You brought it up.
I'm going to ban cursing on the show, Jesse.
Fuck, shit,
I am making
bitch,
this.
cunt.
Right? Drunk says it's a good Christian show. I'm going to make this show a family show from this point on, where we're going to say tomfoolery and gosh darn over here. And we're never going to bring up politics. It's going to be a great family place, Jesse.
I'm so excited to hear you say gosh darn it.
That's right. Right, friends in the chat, right? Is that how we're going to run this show? I mean, then my dad could finally watch.
Yeah.
Because my dad called me up when you weren't looking. He's like, your girlfriend has a potty mouth.
Yeah.
And I need soap for my eardrums.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened.
All right. So, so that's the deal. If you're just jumping in, this is what Dana White wants to put together. May 9th, Gaeth G. Ferguson. The card is a complete banger, and I'm optimistic. I'm always going to stay optimistic here because why am I going to be a negative Nancy?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care. I really don't care.
Super chat.
Well, I care about this. Super Chat. What's up, Super Chat? B.
When fight week comes, big names will pull out.
All right. Thanks for the optimism. Appreciate that. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be a nice, wholesome man, and I'm going to be very optimistic because we are in a time where people are wearing masks everywhere. I went to the UPS store today. D-Rest, I got your package. Have to wash it before I show it. It's in a contamination, I don't know. It's in a little container, and there's monkeys around with masks and gloves. I'm standing there. There's boxes on the floor, and people are 6 feet apart from each other. Like, this is the world we live in. I need the UFC now.
Yeah.
I need it. I need it very badly. Very badly. So the optimism is good. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to kill myself, Jesse, on air.
Please
May
don't.
9th.
I do need your help to move.
I will off myself May 9th, and a lot of people would be happy about that. That's it. I'm going to make a pact. And you guys can kill yourselves with me. It'll be great. It'll be great, right? Great for the ratings.
I won't kill myself.
Tune into the mass suicide stream. What do you think?
I don't like you saying that.
Shopping during
No? All right. Let's go. Who's in, friends?
I can't wait for this card. Hope it happens. I think it's pronounced Adixonia.
A Dick's on ya. Oh, boom, roasted.
Wonderful.
What do you think about that? A Dick's on ya. I like that. No, you're not. All right,
That was funny, man. That was a fucking knee slapper right there.
Let's see who's in with the suicide with me. All right, let's see what's going on in this chat.
Taco Slurpee says Jim Jones would be proud. Life and Logic looking for the rope emoji. Texas Colt again, bro, says 2 joints. Terry Reese says I just off myself earlier. And he says boom roasted with the laughing emojis. Roberto says I watched the Tito versus Griffin 2 card today. The Great Yosh says let's do it. Windows says I can't wait for the Corona after party. Drunk Savage says I'm in, Moss.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's do this.
I'm in. Heck yeah. Paul
It's gonna be
Watts
a
says
great time.
win. Go James says I'm in, and H fucking knee slapper. Fuck yeah. Balloon Foots coming soon, says Lance McGill, whatever that means. I jack off. That's about it, says Andrew Guerrero. Pale Monkey says it's hard to make a deal from 6 feet away from my dealer. Gary Coughlin says loving the show, guys.
Loving you, geese. How about not Pale Monkey, excuse me. Manny C says Manny C, the voice of the callers. In fact, Manny C is like Negan now. Everyone is Manny C.
We are Negan.
We are Manny C. Everyone that calls is a Manny C, according to Jess C. All right, Jess, let's get into the first story tonight on this. I'm so happy to have caffeine back.
Yeah?
Why did I get rid of it? I feel great.
Really, do you?
I feel like $1 million.
Are you lying to me right now?
I was all sluggish and watching Ozark and just sitting on the couch like a slob. I got a flat tire on my e-scooter. Almost flew off the scooter with my. Just picture this. I'm coming back from the UPS store on my scooter.
His little
maxed out at
scooter.
15 miles an hour. And I'm coming. I see a little kid coming this way on his bicycle. So I'm like, all right, let me get out of the way. And I turn it, and I hit a freaking hole. The front tire bursts, and I almost get launched over this. And I have my fucking surgical mask on, my surgical gloves on. I'm just like, ah. I'm like, what the hell is that? Then I open the package. It's a shirt from D-Rest. It's very nice of you. I almost died getting it. What the hell?
On this little e-scooter.
But like that's my day today. And then I have caffeine. I feel great. I feel like $1 million.
Shopping.
I feel like I just did a line of coke. All right.
I think May 9th is too far away. Cali will start to reopen parts of the city up soon and we'll see a second explosion of the corona which will kill May 9th. They'll have to rethink safety and strategy. Scooter? Fagula.
I'm going to pretend I did not hear that donation because everything is going to be optimism, because if it doesn't happen, the suicide happens. We don't want to die. We want to live. May 9th needs to happen. We need to live. We need to live. Listen, you can make fun of me and my scooter for God's sakes, and I don't care. Today I'm riding on, like, this thing needs to go a little bit faster as my surgical mask is flapping in the wind.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you feel like a biker when you're on your little e-scooter? Like,
yeah.
Vroom, vroom. Like you get this delusion that it's like this badass thing.
In my head, Born to Be Wild is playing, but I'm going like kids are passing me with training wheels. They're just flying right by me, and I'm like, I feel more like an old lady at a slot machine with her with her little like go-kart machine wheelchair. All right, first story, Jess.
Okay. I'm just.
Real men ride e-scooters.
I just envision you with one of those vests on, like a Hell's Angels vest.
I wear a life jacket. I wear a pink life jacket just in case I fall in a puddle.
The way you explained it was just funny. That's all. It's not funny that you ride a scooter. I mean, everybody does, but
not everyone, Jesse.
Well,
not everyone. I am clearly the only person in Howard Beach that rides a scooter.
No,
I am the only guy.
Someone the other
There's no one else that rides a scooter in this neighborhood.
The last time we were out and we went to get Subway on Crossway Boulevard, this
I should have a rainbow flag
was
flapping from the back.
No, a grown man was riding an e-scooter when we went to get Subway, like a month or two ago.
Was he
shopping?
Grown man.
Must have been a transgender.
I'm about as optimistic as Moss masculinity before he got into his Freddie Mercury mobile.
You know what's funny? Like today, I was thank you, kind of. I really was contemplating why I was riding the e-scooter, but I felt very, I felt liberated today as the wind was hitting my face, barely because I was only going 50 miles an hour. But I really was trying to push on this thing today, and I was like, man, I didn't realize how slow this thing was. And I said that to you.
Yeah.
Right when I got home, I'm like, it is kind of slow, but it gets me from point A to point B, and I don't have to use my legs. All right. Anyway, Jesse, what do we got here?
Okay.
Because I'm that lazy. I am incredibly lazy.
Okay. Dana White says a revitalized UFC 249 could get better, but won't be at Fight Island, according to Yahoo Sports.
I was hoping that Fight Island would be the first place back. I think that would be so fun to lead up. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they're doing this in the UFC Apex is really good news for us.
Yeah.
Very good news. And Jesse's still thinking about me on the scooter. She's getting turned on right now.
Hey, I got you the scooter for your birthday, so I love it.
Fucking wheel. I rode it 3 times and it burst the tire, and I had to walk. Then I was humiliated walking the thing home with a busted tire. So now I was stuck in public with my surgical mask and my surgical gloves, pushing in a busted tire.
Did it pop far away from home or close to home?
It's far enough. Well, not. I mean, it wasn't that big.
Was it after you picked up the package?
Yeah, it was after I had the package.
So you just.
I had a backpack too, which didn't. If it didn't look any nerdier than I should have. The
so
backpack.
you were just like moseying along and pretending nobody saw you.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was great. It was quite the experience.
Yeah.
All right, give me this story.
Okay. One suggested to Dana White that the card he planned to put together for May 9th might be top to bottom the strongest card in the promotion's 26-plus year history. White agreed and then snickered. White said, quote, "It could get better. It really could. You look at the card and it's stacked, but I have some fights I'm working on. If I get them done, the card is going to be absolutely crazy." First reported by ESPN's Brett Okamoto, White is looking to put on a packed card on May 9th that will include 3 title fights for just the 6th time in UFC history. There will be 3 title fights at UFC 249 or 5 on December 14th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Prior to that, there were only 3 title fights on UFC 33, 205, 214, and 217. As it stands now, Tony Ferguson will meet Justin Gaethje in the main event for the interim lightweight title. Henry Cejudo will defend the bantamweight championship against Dominic Cruz, and Amanda Nunes will make the first defense of her featherweight crown against Felicia Spencer. But the card, which will be known as UFC 249, is far deeper. Francis Ngannou will fight Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and Jeremy Stephens will meet Calvin Kattar to round out the main card as it stands now. The rest of the card, tentatively, looks like this. And as we already saw it, you guys already saw the card. Right.
Yeah, it looks good.
I feel like I can't catch my breath.
You know why? Because you're so turned on by the e-scooter story.
Yeah.
And by the way, Jesse, that is coronavirus that you have now.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
Why can't you catch your breath?
I don't know.
Oh no, Jess. Is it the Rhone?
Can
No,
you
you're
not
just
say
having a
things like
panic
that?
attack.
Like, I feel like you're jinxing it because I went out like a week ago, and this would be
believe-
about the time that I start seeing things.
No, I believe that I feel so good right now that you have to pick up the slack and feel like shit.
Maybe that's the case.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Your
But I'm
mind's
gonna
like, wait, he feels too good.
Get up for 2 seconds.
All right, yeah.
Can I?
Take a break.
Okay.
Take some water. Yeah, thank you for joining us. This show has high mental illness. Between myself and Jessie, we are two complete head cases. So, excuse Jessie, she'll be fine, but she's having a panic attack. Anyway, and by the way, to the people in the chat saying that I had a seat, for the elders, because there's a lot of older people in the chat, e-scooters, they don't have seats. They're like a skateboard with 2 wheels and just a handle. There.
Wonderful.
I know.
Wonderful.
Listen, our age demographic over here is a little older, but this card is complete fire. Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. We spoke about it earlier as we started the show. Completely out of control. If they can keep this intact, or even half intact, I mean, the top 4 fights are fire. Absolute fire. Felicia Spencer, I mean, we can't sleep on her. She's very tough. She's got some serious ground game. She's got a lot of floppity flippity on her body, and it'd be fun to watch her get punched in the face. All right. Chat room, let's see what's going on in there, and we'll get Jesse back in the mix. Jess, how you feeling? Yeah, she's having a little deal. You know what you got to take, Jess? Hit yourself some timeless. This is the time to hit the timeless. I mean, whoa, fuck. Okay, hold on, let's rewind that. Oh my God. This is how you know I'm fucked up. Mystic Roots. Timeless is not
You
in business.
probably just removed the seat and purposely drove over speed bumps.
No, kind of. Listen, you're older, so the kids these days are riding scooters, e-scooters that have no seats. Yeah. But listen, I appreciate the donation. I don't know, listen, these young kids these days, But I tell you what, though, in a couple of years, I'm gonna need a seat on my scooter because, like the one Boss Koger put in there. I'm gonna need one of those, like the grocery store scooters.
Call a moped.
Yeah. That's all right, though, kind of. I don't expect you to know everything. All right, Jess, how you feeling? A little better?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's just move on. I don't want
Yeah.
to focus on it because it gets like stupid. Like let's just.
She's good to go. Listen, panic attacks are real things, especially, in these days with the coronavirus and all this bullshit. Your head goes into weird spots.
All right.
So it happens. And we move on. All right. So, Jesse, did you give us the story? I don't even know anymore.
Yes.
Oh, you did? I don't even know what the hell's going on, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you think? Is it happening?
I agree with them. I think it could be better, and I think it will be better. I mean, they mentioned the last couple of times that the UFC has seen 3 title fights in a row, and for the UFC to see 3 title fights now for UFC 249, I mean, that's the best thing they can do. Of course, this is going to be the best card of the year.
Yeah. This will be the best card of the year. In fact, this could be one of the best ever.
Pandemic.
Social Vash coming in.
Luke Thomas and his puss buddies started emailing that good and that Tales from the Crypt looking bitch soon as they found out the card was gonna be in Carly. What now? UFC gives no fucks. Hope the fights happen.
I love it. Thank you, Social Vash. You know what? The best part about this is the backlash that certain media members got was so vicious and hilarious. And then watching the reaction and the backpedaling by some of the people in the media, I literally sat back, kicked the legs up in the air, and was just laughing my ass off reading social media. It's so funny how there are a lot of people backpedaling now and now praising the UFC. They were just killing the UFC, and now they're praising the UFC. It is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. So I'm Team UFC.
I'm Team Dana White.
Team Dana, man. Listen, during the time we need fights. We need it. It's essential to me. We need entertainment in our lives, and I believe that they're going to do it in a safe way now at the apex. And how many people are turning on certain media members, Jesse?
A lot. A lot.
It's so funny. It is so fucking funny. I'm just laughing my ass off.
In my mind, you're on a Richard Simons approved scooter. It's all good, Moss. I mean, what, losing a few T-cells here and there. It's all good. You still the man.
Thank you.
Now what Fook is going to rename the studio after themselves today?
I tell you what, Kaino, that's a good question. We are still the Henry Sosa Studios, and it is a fantastic place to be. But I tell you, there is a donation down below. If you're a baller and you want to do it, see if you can knock Henry off. I don't think you can.
There's a website where you can check on the status of your stimulus check.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked on mine,
Shopping
and I'm not getting anything.
Well, yeah, stay put. You might.
Let me pay for the tire. You have millennial transportation. I feel responsible for you getting cut off by a little kid.
Yeah, you know what? It was very dangerous picking up that shirt, but it was a beautiful shirt. I saw it. Yeah, we're not taking any packages, but this is a small one that slipped through the cracks. So we decided, okay, let me just go get this thing. And it was a very nice shirt. I'll show you guys. We have to wash it first because we're freaking out. But I already ordered the new tires.
Why would you send us something in the middle of a freaking pandemic?
Because he knows where I have a badass scooter.
during a pandemic.
He wanted to let me ride with that scooter.
Can you please isolate Jessie for 14 days? She clearly has the chink flu. Why is she allowed to infect you, Moss?
I don't know.
Is this another case of female privilege? Miss Andrea in the media? Jessie, don't get paranoid about this, but you're obviously ill due to karma or summit.
Oh my
I
God.
don't like talking about it because I just went to the store a week ago. So now I'm like freaking out because it takes up to you can get it between 0 and 14 days. You can get the symptoms.
I promise you don't have it.
I'm already like losing my voice for the last 4 days. So it's like I'm freaking out that I got it at the grocery store.
Yeah, I promise you're good. I promise you're good. You're a
You
head
shouldn't
case.
be touching me. What if I have it?
It doesn't.
You're 43 years old.
Listen, I ride an e-scooter, okay? That's a man. No coronavirus is going to take me out. Listen, we're not getting that shit. None of us are getting that shit. Even though my friend died. And, oh, by the way, the cameraman for the UFC, what was that guy's name again? Shit, I forgot his name. We just dropped a story a couple of days ago. Really good cameraman for the UFC, passed from the COVID. And my buddy V-Neck actually knows him very well. The guy was supposed to hook him up with some New York Met tickets. The guy is he's caught some of the craziest pictures in UFC, but not just the UFC, in Major League Baseball and other sports as well.
Yeah.
Let me just give this guy a shout out again.
Kinshiro said, feel good if Jesse has it. So does Moss, but then again, Moss might be immune to COVID-19. I know you might just be trolling Kinshiro, but there was someone from my hometown whose mom tested for antibodies. So I guess there's certain people who have these antibodies to this virus and can never get it. And now they're asking her to donate blood and plasma for them to do more research on the antibodies and do something to help people who don't have that immunity. So there are people who have a pure immunity to this virus. It's crazy. It's like aliens.
I'm saying cameraman. It's what's it called? It's a photographer. But yeah, you can have
like aliens are born with a special coronavirus antibody.
Listen, it's a very serious thing. I'm not going to play it down, but at the same time, I think we're going to get past it. I really do. Here's the guy again. Anthony Causi is his name. 48 years old, passed from the coronavirus. This dude over here.
Yeah.
My buddy V-Neck met him at the barbershop. He lives in his neighborhood, and their kids like go to school together, and he turned out to be like a super cool guy. He said he was super humble. Never even said what he did. He just said he was a photographer. Never said the photographs he's taken. Mm-hmm. I hope this thing shows some of his photographs. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like. Oh, here we go. Doesn't show his MMA stuff though. He's the one that took the badass picture of TJ Dillashaw screaming in Cody Garbrandt's face. But look at these shots, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli Manning, for God's sakes.
He's got a lot of good photos.
But yeah, the guy was a stud as a photographer. Yeah, and rest in peace, man. That sucks. But it does seem like that this virus attacks people that are overweight. If you have diabetic, diabetes going on in the family,
any underlying health condition, pretty much.
It just speeds up the process. So you fat fucks in the chat, let me talk to you.
Moss, don't say things like that.
Listen, just lose weight. Just do it. This is you gotta
not just that.
Put the fucking cheeseburger down and just watch yourself. Be careful out there.
It's
seriously.
Also more common in people with type A
Shopping
blood
during
types.
a
Listen,
pandemic.
get a blood transfusion.
I'm A positive. I have a high
JBH, I'm bummed that you didn't get a stimulus check. Here's a small donation. Hopefully, the chat room's folks who got something can pitch in to try to match it. I have two things in common with JBH. Panic attacks and EDS, and she still can't remember me.
I can. Don't play this game. Don't play this
man.
game with me. I appreciate my stimulus check from Manny C, though.
I tell you, when I saw the stimulus check in my account, oh my God.
I hope
was
you're
so
freaking
excited.
happy about it.
Because I'm a
Moss.
broke motherfucker. And I saw that in my account. I was like, hey, boom!
You know, it's
Donald Trump! Yes! I was like, yeah, baby. God bless COVID. I don't know.
Don't ever say that
I
again.
mean, when you got your check, were you a little excited? I was a little excited. I'm not going to lie. So I was like, oh, I'll take that.
I wouldn't know. I never got mine.
It pays to be
Moss.
broke. You'll get yours somehow. Anyway, let me know if you got the check in the chat. If you didn't, on the community section, we dropped a fart. Yeah!
You're disgusting. It's all sweaty. It's all sweaty.
Oh, yeah, baby!
Did you unbuckle your pants?
Oh, I unbuckled my pants for that donation. Oh. All right. Yes. Yes,
Here
Rahelio.
is some of that sweet stimulus money. Don't worry, Jesse, we got you.
Yeah,
Thank
baby.
you, Rahelio. What are you excited for? You already got yours. This is my stimulus
Yo,
check.
drop your stimulus checks. Link in the description. Let's get those donates up. Yeah, I was pumped, man, when I saw that. I was like, yeah, baby.
To answer Paul Watts, I am A positive. That's my blood type, which puts me at like up here on the list of people that coronavirus attacks. Type A blood types, right, Moss? Isn't that what it is?
Look at this, $3,400 because they got 3 kids, so it's $500 a pop, right? And then if you're under a certain
Double
income,
Champ says his buddy got 5,000.
yeah, baby, make that bank, that Corona, sweet Corona cheddar.
Oh, super chat.
Anthony
man.
Cossi. Michael Anzalone.
There you go, Michael Anzalone. Shout out to the
And
Ans.
Anthony Cossi.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, the point that thank you, Travis, appreciate it. The point that I was making beforehand, even though I was horsing around a little bit, this guy over here, listen, he was, I mean, he's only 48 years old, for God's sakes. It's way too early. But he was a little overweight, and who knows, you know, he clearly, you know, could have ate a little bit better, maybe exercised a little bit better. And if that happened, he would still be here, you know? So
Shopping door
We
in
learn.
a pandemic.
we all got to take care of ourselves.
Where Chrome at? That dude is gonna be wealthy. Don't people get like $200 per kid?
think it's
I
$500
got my
per kid.
check even though I didn't think I'd qualify, so that's why everyone has to deal with my nauseating
Yeah, baby.
donations.
Listen, this is the place to spend your stimulus checks. I mean, this is where it matters over here. Thank you, Kainoto.
I think it's 500 per kid.
Yeah, it's supposedly 500. But
Yeah.
it's different though if you're in certain like if you're making like under 75K,
You get-
the full.
yeah.
And then if you go over, it's like a percentage. They drop it down.
The brackets.
Yeah, and if you
Shopping
combine, I don't know.
during a pandemic.
All I know is we're broke, so it doesn't matter. So we're in.
They tested basically everyone in Iceland. Literally half of everyone with the Rona they tested had 0 symptoms. Also, I'm fat as fuck. Again, fat shaming does work. Don't shame MOS. Let him shame US degenerate obese cunts into health or death.
Yeah,
Let's
baby.
go.
Hell yeah, Luke. Listen, and here's the thing. Like, I have to practice what I preach.
I'm fat as fuck.
Listen, you know, good for the people that are overweight and are not blind to it. There are some people that we used to know that would never acknowledge the fact that they're overweight. If you're overweight, acknowledge it. I got a big fucking head. I acknowledge it. I got big ears, a big nose, a dopey brain. You know, I acknowledge it. Skinny ass legs. It is what it is. I got a little gut. It is what it is. We acknowledge our flaws.
Why are you picking yourself apart?
Well, I'm a fucking mess. I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm hairy. My fucking whole chest is all gray. I'm like, what's going on? But it is what it is. You know, like, we have to take care of our bodies because you only get one shot at this life. So please, you know, maybe it's a wake up call to a lot of people. And rest in peace. What's his name? Anthony? I should know his name by now, right? Rest in peace, Anthony. All right, let's get back into the light side of things over here. Let's go into some more great news, Jesse. Fantastic news.
So, according to MMA Fighting, Dana White says
This is my
UFC
password, guys. Hold on, let me log in for you. Sorry, we can't log into my own account.
You don't need to log in. Why are you logging in?
I don't know. Good.
The UFC Apex will host events starting next month and for the foreseeable future. The UFC's home base in Las Vegas could be hosting live fights as early as next month, according to Dana White. The UFC Apex, which hosted last season of Dana White's Contender Series, could be the consistent home of UFC events for quite some time. MMA Fighting reported on Tuesday that the promotion is targeting May 9th for the return to action. In an email to Variety, White stated that the UFC Apex could be hosting these events sooner rather than later. White did not specify when the string of events at the Apex would begin, as the targeted May 9th event does not have a location at this time. Currently, Nevada is under a stay-at-home order for non-essential businesses.
Pandemic.
Hold on, Jess. Kainoto jumping in.
Jesse, you're gonna be okay. I was directly exposed to 3 people that had the virus. I've been sick for like 2 months straight with annoying mild flu symptoms. And I have A+ blood.
Oh, shit.
You're good unless you get AIDS from your scooter riding boy.
I might have got AIDS from
Are
that
you
crack.
lying about that? I want to believe you, but something tells me you might be yanking my chain.
You know what, though? He has
You're
a point.
A positive too?
I don't know if blood type really means anything. I
They
think that's
said
it.
people who were type A blood types have a
Honestly,
higher chance of getting it.
I truly believe that if your body already has things going on, it just speeds up the process. I think coronavirus is very serious. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very, very serious. But I believe if you have existing issues, that is your problem.
I do have existing issues.
Yeah, you're a mental case. So, but what I'm saying is you're a healthy... All right, you want to see how healthy Jesse is? Let's see. Hold on. Do I have the picture on here? Damn.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Send it. Shit. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I could show it. I made it our story, Jesse. I just figured I'd tell you that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hold on. This is how healthy Jesse is. Look. This is a person with pre-existing issues right here, showing off on Instagram. Follow us at the MMA-Holes.
You snuck in on me when I was doing that.
That
and took
is
a
not...
picture.
Yeah, I was on the phone, right? I'm on the phone speaking to V-Neck. I walk into the room, and no joke, this is what I see. This is literally
And
what I
he takes a
walked
picture
in.
without me knowing.
So, of course, I'm going to take a picture of that. So, I take a picture. That person can't get the coronavirus.
Yes, they can.
I'm going to knock on wood just in case. All right, let's get into the news over here. What is this? What do we have here? What are we talking about?
So basically, they're talking about how events are going to take place at the UFC Apex. They don't know if it's going to be for the May 9th event, but hopefully the events thereafter will be at the UFC Apex.
Hey, get your own damn thigh gap. Leave her thigh gap out of this. I'm just trying to be a defensive boyfriend, Jesse. Did that work?
That didn't work for you.
Don't make me ride on my fucking e-scooter and slap the shit out of you. That is my thigh gap. Get your own. All right, anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't work for you,
Did that
Mom.
work?
Nah.
Did I intimidate everyone? All right.
Anyways.
Okay.
So that's basically it.
So UFC May 9th, going down, Apex facility. We're going to show you the card again. Not card again. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
And it is a banger. It's an absolute banger. I really hope this thing stays intact. And I'm going to say, yes, it will. We will see fights May 9th. And the great news, Jesse, is we should still, in theory, be here so we could do our last Fight Buddies from the studio May 9th.
Yeah.
Maybe with no background, but what do you think? You pumped?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, super chat.
Aaron, what up, Aaron?
I'm 37 and don't know my blood type. Is that bad?
Yes, everybody
It's not.
should know their blood type.
You know what? Ask me my
How?
blood type.
Oh, positive.
See? That's telling me. I said ask me.
What's your blood type?
I just found out. It's O positive. I always forget. I don't know why.
Guys, let me make one thing clear, and I'm not gonna preach to everyone.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna say, if you don't know your blood type as an adult, that is a problem. God forbid, and knock on wood, something happens to you and you need a blood transfusion and you don't know your own blood type enough to tell a loved one or enough to tell a healthcare worker, you are fucked. You need to know your blood type. That is one of the most important things you should know. It is of dire circumstances that you know
See?
your blood type.
Notorious Nugs doesn't know theirs. Listen, I mean, who cares?
You need to know that.
But I'm never going to really use that, you know?
Why do I know your blood type and you don't know
Like,
your
if
blood
I
type?
go to the grocery store, I'm not going to be like, oh, damn, what's my blood type again?
No, but if something happens to you and you need a blood transfusion like that, what are you going to do?
I ask you.
I don't know. I go ask my girlfriend.
I could call Jesse. I have no idea. Because I don't care. Like, it's
You should care.
I know, I probably should, but I don't need it. Like, it doesn't.
You guys are
it's in me.
disgraceful. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you, boys.
A lot of people don't know.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
That's what the women are for, right? Women are supposed to tell their man what their blood type is. Guys don't know this shit.
It's a chick thing to know your own blood
No,
type.
it's a people
agree.
thing. It's a people thing. Good
You
job,
ever get
Dustin.
together with the
Onay.
boys? You ever get together with the boys and you have toss back a couple of drinks and be like, "Oh, positive, buddy. What's yours?" Like that never happens.
I
You know?
love all of you guys, and you have all disappointed me.
That's all right.
Except for Justin, because at least he knows his blood type.
Well, he's got a cool one, like type
But
O negative.
all of you
anyone
guys-
can remember that. you know?
All of you men here have disappointed me, and it makes me sad,
Well,
because I care about you.
you have to remember everyone's blood type now because no one knows it, Jesse.
I'm going to have to. I mean, you guys, you got to know your blood type.
All right.
Aw, super chat.
Panic attacks are no joke. I've
Yes.
never been that scared before, but in reality it was all in my head.
Yeah.
It's weird. Also, fook the gosh darn corona.
Thank you, Squid. It is scary, man. You feel like you're having a straight up heart
I
attack.
don't like talking about him.
You know when your chest is beating, Jesse.
I don't know. Am I the only one who, like, when you talk about it, you start to feel it?
Yeah, no, I'm like that too. I'm like that too. Like if I have caffeine and I'm already awake,
Yeah, I don't
I'm just
wanna-
ready to trigger myself for a panic
Yeah,
attack.
let's not just
But-
talk about it.
I'm like good. I'm in the zone. I've been actually panic attack wise. I've been fairly good with that. But it's a terrible feeling. It is.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
No, I think
Yeah.
getting punched in the face is pretty bad.
It's
Punched in
not
the
as
face
bad
sucks.
as feeling like you're dying.
Or kicked in the nuts sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, panic attacks are pretty stressful. I'm pretty sure everyone has had it in their lives, but some don't even realize they're having it.
Yeah, they don't
you know?
even know what it was.
Yeah. All right.
Shopping
Anyway.
during a pandemic.
Kainoto.
I learned what my blood type was after my ass got shot 3 times. I just gave AIDS to your guys shouldn't know their blood type talk.
You got shot 3 times in the ass? Man, oh man.
What in the ass?
That's
Where-
hot.
Where did you get in the ass?
He goes, I got shot after my ass, after my ass got shot 3 times.
But he meant,
His ass got shot 3 times.
like, I'm gonna kill your ass. Like that thing. Like, not like his ass actually got
I don't know. It
shot
sounds
off.
like, hey boys, I'm here. You want to shoot my ass 3 times? I don't know. That's some Tiger King shit that's going on right there, Kainoto. We don't need to. Whoa, look at this guy's face. Muhammad, right? Was it Bilal? What's this guy's name again? I forgot.
Bilal Muhammad.
Bilal Muhammad. What does he want?
Well, it's not about him, really.
Oh, at least we get to see his armpit while you read it.
According to Yahoo Sports, fighters who poured their hearts into training didn't deserve to see others celebrate UFC 249's demise. Hot dog lip. Only 12 days before UFC 249 was scheduled to begin, Justin Gaethje accepted an offer to fight Tony Ferguson in the main event.
Wait, who wrote this? This is great.
during a pandemic.
This is a fantastic story. Where's this from?
Yahoo Sports.
Shut up, Jesse. Looking after your own health is for your female partner. If you're a guy and know your blood type, you're probably gay. If you're ill in any way besides needing A&D and go to the hospital, you're gay or a female. Dad taught me to walk it off.
Yeah, you say
That's
shut
right.
up until you get into a fucking brutal car accident and you need a blood transfusion.
I've never needed to know.
And you don't know your own blood type.
Listen, me not knowing my blood type makes me more of a man now, you know? And it nullifies the gayness of riding my e-scooter. So if I knew my blood type and rode the e-scooter, I'd
The
be
gay
done.
scooter?
The gay scooter? It would be done. Just shoot my ass 3 times. All right. So this guy from Yahoo is actually telling a story about fighters upset.
Basically,
And they should be.
lighting on fire the media who wanted UFC 249 to end.
Oh, man. All right. Let's hear this. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate here. I like
All right.
this. Rise
But-
up.
Gaethje figured he'd be no better than 90 to 95% of his best, which is remarkable because it's a tall order to fight Ferguson when everything is perfect. He did it because fighting is how he feeds his family and more, because that bout gave him the opportunity to fulfill a lifelong dream of becoming the world champion. Gaethje, though, will have to wait for that opportunity, and who knows now when it will come after the UFC ceded to ESPN's wishes on Thursday and decided not to stage UFC 249 because of the coronavirus pandemic. UFC President Dana White went to extraordinary lengths to make that card happen, as well as subsequent shows. White is as dogged as a person as there is on the planet, and he was going to surrender until he had no other choice. With ESPN no longer willing to broadcast it, there was no card, and so White agreed to postpone UFC 249 and all future shows until either the pandemic is over or the public health officials declare it is safe. When the news broke, there was so much celebrating on social media.
Yeah, what was that? That
White-
was like I've never seen this in social. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Celebrating someone's demise or someone, something falling apart. It's crazy.
White is an aggressive, polarizing figure, and he'd worked to put the fight in the face of intense opposition and extraordinary odds against him. Those who celebrated likely were doing so because of enmity for White, and they saw this as a very real and very public loss for him. Imagine, though, how the 50 or so UFC fighters who have been preparing in the worst possible conditions must have felt after seeing the glee far too many expressed on social media about the shutdown of the card. These fighters prepared while most of them were quarantined in their homes, while asked or ordered by their public officials not to leave except for essential business. Fighting isn't an essential business in the government's eyes, particularly not during a pandemic that has already killed 5 times more Americans than the terrorist attacks of 9/11 did. These fighters didn't know when they'd fight or where. A few of them didn't even know who their fight would be against, as their opponents dropped out and the UFC was trying to find replacements. When White announced on Monday that the UFC 249 would be held on April 18th, the fighters scheduled for that show had to feel grateful. Their training camp wasn't for nothing. Fighters incur significant expenses during training. They suffered as they tried to cut weight. Given their inability to leave their homes, they had to find creative ways to prepare for the world's hardest sport. Fighting is a huge mental challenge, and it weighs on one when there are so many unanswered questions. Fighters also push harder when they have an event coming up than they do when they're working out in between fights. It is hard to push when you don't know for sure whether there will be a payoff, with the payoff being the bout. 3 days after White gave them the hope that they'd fight, it all came crashing down around them. On Thursday, ESPN president Jimmy Pitaro called White and told him his side was having second thoughts and going forward with the show. The New York Times reported California Governor Gavin Newsom may have called executives at Disney, the parent company of ESPN, to express his displeasure. Senator Dianne Feinstein issued a statement urging the fight to be postponed. Whatever the reason, Disney and ESPN officials decided on Thursday not to go forward and told White, who promptly postponed his show. That led some rejoicing on Twitter, perhaps because those who were pleased saw it as White finally getting his comeuppance.
What?
The athletes undoubtedly...
Did you read that backwards? What was that?
The athletes undoubtedly took to the internet to get the news, and they saw others celebrating when it turned out that everything they'd done for the last 2 months or so was for nothing. There wouldn't be a paycheck coming, and so it would be harder to pay the mortgage, the rent, the car payment, and to buy medicine and groceries to fill the car with gas. White later said he would pay the fighters, but he is under no obligation to do so, and no one of the admittedly few who were gleefully celebrating the card's demise could know White would pay them for their salaries. These fighters are among the toughest people on earth, but they're also human, with the same problems as the rest of us face. None of them cheered when a factory furloughed its workforce or a newspaper laid off more reporters. This, though, is the cesspool of the social media has become.
I tell you what, man, we really got to see the media's true colors, and they're just trying to make a buck off of someone else's demise. They clearly do not like Dana White. They want him out. They can't stand that he's a Trump supporter, all that bullshit. It got so political to the point where it was disgusting. And now you have people within media that are trying to backtrack and say it's not about politics and yada, 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 and now trying to change their song and dance to make themselves look good. And good for them for getting shit on. Because these fighters, they're paying to try to stay in shape, to be ready for fights, and they're not happening because they're getting torn down by people that don't even compete and don't even give a fuck. They just want to get a headline. Mm-hmm. These are people with families. People have to eat too, so... Come on, guys. I think we should all learn from this and say, this is happening May 9th. Everyone keep your fucking stupid opinions to yourself. This is not the end of the world.
That will never happen.
The WWE is already getting away with it. They're doing just a fine job over there. The UFC can do the same, if not better. I truly believe that. And if the UFC does not get the job done like they say they are, you shut that shit down. It's not going to start a new pandemic.
Yeah.
It's not going to do that. Some people could get sick, yes, but they know what they're signing up for. Your family members could get sick when they go to work. You can get sick when you go to the grocery store. Anyone can get sick, but someone has to start the move back into getting this economy stimulated again, because we can't just sit here and collect stimulus checks.
Yeah.
We need to fucking move. We're as a species, we need to move on.
But all of the hot dog bottom lips out there will constantly be putting their noses where it doesn't belong, because like you said, they're always going to be looking for that headline. And if that means bashing the president of the UFC and saying that they don't stand by this, yeah, then that's exactly what they're going to do. And then what's going to happen is they're going to get lit on fire, like some of them have already, by the audience, by the MMA community, and they're going to backtrack and they're going to say,
hold on, can I
was
just,
no longer in this.
I apologize. I just want to express my opinion. I just want to bring Dex P to the center stage here. He says, and the WWE is essential. Get the fuck out of here. Let me explain to you why the WWE is considered essential. Why the UFC could be something that is considered essential. As human beings, okay, we are going crazy. We are all going nuts over here. If organizations can put together something to entertain people that are trapped in their house and going crazy, and no one gets sick from this, that is going to alleviate the mental stress that's going on. If we live in a world that is completely stressed out because of being locked inside and not being able to do anything, we are going to start turning on each other. The divorce is going to go through the roof. People are going to start rioting. Everything's going to get out of control. Entertainment, hate to break it to you, is a stress relief. It is. And what we're doing here on YouTube, there's just so far you can go. We need ways to keep ourselves preoccupied. There's no movies anymore. Hate to break it to you. No one's filming movies. TV shows, no one's filming that shit anymore. So we need something to keep ourselves sane. It is essential. Thank you. Sit down.
I would never divorce you, Mom.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sit the fuck down. I'm telling you, it is, think about it in that light. That's thinking outside of the box and understanding the reality of what's going on here. I am a goddamn celebrity. You listen to me. I got everything figured out here, okay? So just listen and enjoy it. Rub my fucking chest about that one. All right, Jesse. Anyway, back to your point. I apologize. I had to address someone from the audience.
I made the point already.
Okay. Let's move on to the next story, Jesse.
Okay.
Stop asking me to log in. Website. Cut it out. Enough. How many times are you going to ask me? Let me refresh this thing. Okay. Here we go.
Drunk Savage says you can't divorce Moss because you're not married, JBH. How do you know?
We're already married. What are you talking about?
Moss.
Yeah.
You didn't play into my thing.
Listen, PBR says I'm 200% wrong, but I hate to break it to you.
I think you're 200% right.
It is a realism right now. PBR, if we stopped, if other shows stopped, if the UFC says we're not going to go forward. Now, with Major League Baseball, what's going on there, okay? Mm-hmm. They're proposing things that are crazy, like with players sitting in the stands, no mound visits, all this crazy stuff with baseball. You have teams. You have a lot of people involved in this. You have production on top of it. It's going to be hard to pull something off with teams. The UFC, you have 1 versus 1, a ref. These are things that they can test these certain people, get them in and get them out. When you're looking at sports that have teams, it's not as easy to do. It's going to be a trickier process for these other things. Hopefully they can figure it out. But when it comes to the UFC, when it comes to WWE, I'm 100% right. I'm always right. So you just sit down.
Sit down and shut the fuck up.
If you don't like it, you could watch Hot Dog Bottom Lip and all these other cocksuckers. You can't do this. It's dangerous. Oh, he likes Trump. Blah, 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 blah. Sit down. Sit down and watch them.
Do you like Trump?
Super chat.
It depends. It depends on the moment.
Drink, smoke, fook/wank, and relive the stress.
Hell yeah, BDK. Thank you. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Relieve that stress. There's a lot of ways you got. There's just so much that you can do by yourself. So much masturbating. There's just so much sex you can do by yourself. But we need something here, and we have to get the ball rolling. You know, someone has to make the move. We can't just sit here and just let this pandemic cripple us. People from the community are reaching out to us and losing jobs. This is just going to get worse if we don't stimulate this economy. if we don't get people throwing money back into the system and getting things moving and flowing, if we keep sitting here and taking it up the ass from the coronavirus, nothing's going to get done. So let's move on. God, I'm so goddamn smart, Jesse. It's ridiculous.
You are.
Wonderful.
All right. Anyway, back over here. Dana White, look, he's just laughing. He's just having a grand old time.
Well, you're going to hate this one then, Moss.
Oh, no. What's going on?
According to MMA Mania, Florida's hilarious essential services loophole just opened the door for an early UFC return.
Hilarious essential. It sounds like PBR wrote this story.
Wonderful.
All right, what do we got?
During a pandemic.
Here we go. Brett coming in.
Off topic quick, doesn't need to be so cool like you always do. Quick shout out to Colton please. Also, good entertainment is essential. We don't need the dirty liberal actors, we need the savage fighters. MAGA 2020 Raiders won. Felder got robbed. Libs suck.
There you go. Anti-libs over there. Thank you, Brett Baratheon. You're a wonderful one.
Wonderful.
I mean, I don't know. I could keep on reiterating the same point over and over again. Everyone's entitled to their opinions.
Yes.
But you had your way in April. We're taking back May. And we're going to make entertainment great again, Jesse. That's what we're going to do over here. So what
All
are
right.
these coons talking about over here? Actually,
So-
before we get to this, Jesse,
Okay.
let's get into our sponsors because we have to do this. Our sponsors are keep the world going and keep us sane. Whether you agree or disagree with the opinions on this show, it doesn't matter. We could all agree that we need a little lift in life. And this is the perfect thing to use and do. Mystic Roots.
Mystic Roots is a boutique organic hemp farm located in the Pacific Northwest. Mystic Roots provides the type of quality and product you will absolutely not find in those old CBD companies. All of Mystic Roots products are homegrown on a trusted Oregon farm and completely organic, so you don't have to worry about those extra fillers or additives that those other CBD companies don't tell you about. Visit Mystic Roots with the link in the description and get free shipping on any order over $35, as well as the best quality flowers, edibles, extracts, and cosmetics. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for 15% off your entire order. Ever since we started using Mystic Roots, we've never wanted to turn back to any other CBD company. Once again, visit Mystic Roots with the link in the description using promo code MMA-Hole. That's promo code MMA-Hole. And get up to 15% off your entire purchase.
The best CBD out there. The best. Get your 15% off. Say the MMA Holes sent you by promo code MMA-Hole. Guess what, Jesse?
What?
We're going to be betting again.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. DIAZ offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description, promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDIAZ if you want to add some excitement to fights or any of the sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDIAZ with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole. That's MMA-HOLE. And get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus. Make some extra cash from sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDIAZ.
Everything to eliminate the stress in your life. Gambling, CBD, and now a massage.
Do you put your body to the test day in and day out, Moss?
Oh, yeah.
Do your muscles feel so stressed and fatigued that it hurts just to get out of bed in the morning?
Jess, when my scooter hit that hole today and the tire went out, I had to immediately Theragun my legs.
Well, I have a cure for you, Moss. Whether you're a rigorous athlete, a hard worker, or an electric scooter rider, you want to buy a massage gun that provides the best therapy in the market. Theragun provides an all-in-one massage and recovery tool. It helps you release muscle tension, soreness, and recover faster. Use the link in the description, Theragun.com/holes, and start using a deep muscle massage treatment unlike anything you've ever felt. Again, head over to Theragun.com/holes and get a $40 saving with 2 free attachments to start feeling better, moving better, and recovering faster with tension and soreness relief.
All right, here we go. The best deals for the MMA Holes. Don't tell anyone else. Just get the deals yourself. All the links are in the description. And here we go. Clean that bung.
Moss, with this whole coronavirus pandemic, I would assume you're running out of toilet paper, no?
Jess, I clean the coronavirus right out of my ass after every deuce.
But not with toilet paper, right?
Nope.
Can I take a guess?
I shoot water up there, and it feels magnificent. It feels.
Wonderful.
Is the water shot with the Lux bidet?
Oh, why? Yes, it is, Jess.
Well, For everyone else who has toilet paper and wants to forget about it, say goodbye to toilet paper with affordable premium bidet attachments. Lux Bidet Attachments features user-friendly control knobs that are simple to operate. Simply connect your Neo bidet directly to your sink or toilet water supply and select your preferred level of water enjoyment. Use the link in the description, promo code MMA-HOLE, M-M-A-H-O-L-E. For 10% off your entire purchase when your bidet arrives at your door, you can register your product on Lux Bidet's website to extend the product warranty from 18 months to 2 years, and then you can use your registered bidet ID as a $5 coupon code towards your next purchase. Once again, promo code M-M-A-H-O-L-E at checkout for a cleaner, healthier, happier butthole.
You know what I was thinking about, Jesse?
What?
Shoving your finger in your ass.
Uh-huh.
You know, with the toilet paper.
Yes.
It's kind of homosexual. You know, you're shoving that finger in your ass trying to clean the dookie out of your bunghole.
You don't really shove your finger in your ass,
Yeah,
do you?
you're putting it in there. You're trying to get all the gook out. You're literally fingering your asshole.
Okay.
It's quite homosexual. Now, if you're into that, it's fine. But if you're a man's man, okay, and you don't want to finger your ass anymore, get the bidet. Change your life, for God's sake. And stop being a gay lord, for God's sakes.
All right.
Gay lord.
Well, there you have it.
Now the next time people wipe themselves, you're like, oh my God, am I gay? I don't know. All right, Jess, what do we have here with Dustin Poirier?
So Dustin Poirier is calling out Conor McGregor at welterweight. Or even middleweight at the boxing ring.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it, actually. I like that fight.
According to MMA Fighting, when Dustin Poirier finally makes his return to action, he's looking for the biggest and best fights available. Initially targeted for a showdown with Dan Hooker at UFC San Diego, the former interim lightweight champion saw that the fight fall by the wayside due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic that put all events on hold indefinitely. While he's certainly still open to that fight, Poirier would be remiss if he didn't try to jump on an even bigger opportunity. One name near the top of that wish list is former two-division champion Conor McGregor, who previously defeated Poirier when they were both competing at featherweight. Poirier has called for McGregor rematch several times in the past, but it's not as much about revenge as it is getting a higher-ranked opponent who can bring him closer to his ultimate goal of fighting again for the UFC lightweight title. McGregor has said he wants to keep an active schedule in 2020 after storming through Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone earlier this year at UFC 246. The ongoing pandemic has slowed down the entire UFC schedule, but with reigning lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov likely out until September, McGregor needs somebody else to fight. Poirier is more than happy to volunteer his services. Even though his long-term goals are at lightweight, Poirier will be willing to go up a weight class for the chance to face McGregor or even challenge him in a different sport. McGregor has dabbed in boxing previously with his 2017 match against Floyd Mayweather, and he's constantly teased a potential return to the ring in the future. While UFC President Dana White has pumped the brakes on a crossover into boxing promotions, Poirier sees that as a great option to make some really fun fights as well.
I like it. I like that fight. It's just it's a little tough for me to get super, stoked about potential matchups and stuff like that until we get a card that's solidified.
Yeah.
And this is happening May 9th. I kind of just want to get this in my brain. So people calling each other out, it just doesn't get my cock hard, Jess. Doesn't get me all fired up. It doesn't get the blood flowing in the peen. So DP, Conor, I'm cool with that, but let's get this May 9th thing together.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Make it happen, Dana.
Wonderful.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are at 36,500 subscribers, right?
No way.
Oh, hell yeah. We want to let the dragons loose in the worst way. They've been cooped up in a cage for the longest time, and the only way to let them loose is if you subscribe to the channel. So we have 280 people. I'm assuming everyone's subscribed, of course. But make sure you hit the sub if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification. And I think we're like 10 people away before the dragons fly. So let them in, subscribe immediately, and let's let the dragons loose because we want dragons, people.
We want dragons.
Right?
We want
them. But you know what else, Jesse? It's very important that we do this. We have to blow off some steam. Right? Don't you feel like you're going to need to loosen it up right now?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a headache. I'd love to loosen it up.
All right, so let's take our aggression out on the ceiling. Let's do this. You want to join us? Join us?
Watching fights. Fist so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Pump them lights.
100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes.
Pump them lights.
100 likes.
movie. Let's go.
The dislikes can
Choke on a carrot.
Only 2 people choking on that carrot tonight, and everyone else is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay.
That was my lion roar.
You were looking at yourself. You were like, so in your head, you're like, I'm going to roar like a lion now, and I want to see how I look doing that. Right?
I want to make sure I look like a lion.
Do it again, but stare at yourself in there.
I did.
Okay, guys, do it one more time. You're like when Simba got his balls dropped in The Lion King. Very nice, Jesse. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
That was wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Jess, let's get into the next story over here on a Wednesday night.
Anthony Smith trashes douchebag Jon Jones for the home invasion flex on social media.
Oh, whoa, go away.
Come on, Moss.
Where is this video? I didn't get to see this. Is it on here?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. I don't know if the video of the invasion's on this article, but I did
An alien
see
invasion?
it. I did see the video.
What happened in there?
And the guy was weird. Like, it started off with him screaming outside of the house. They have outside cameras on their home. And it started off, if you just look up Anthony Smith home invasion.
Is
or
it on
something.
Twitter?
No, just look it up on Google and you'll find it.
Well, I want to play it. Hold on, let's see. Let's look.
But it started off with the guy like screaming outside of the house. Like he like ran up to the house, started screaming, and then he was holding onto the door and he lets go of the door and he's screaming again. And it was really fucking weird. Drunk Savage says it's on the website. I think he dropped it on the website. If you just go to...
Yeah, but it's going to take a lot of digging to get to it. If anyone could re-upload it.
No, just look up Drunk Savage on the website.
Oh, it's on Drunk's page?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, it's not going to be on there.
Well, Twitter they always make things happen.
Why are you JBH camming me?
Because you were talking to them, and when you do that, that's me multitasking. So I have it on you. It's your time to shine. The spotlight's on you. It's your solo moment. And I'm just...
All right, go to users. Actually, show them how to do this for those of them who are new.
Oh, the MMAHoles.com, you say?
Yes.
All right. What up, Robert?
If you're looking for anyone in particular, you just, at the very top, it says users. You click that.
Because we're all users here on this.
That's true. You got to log in first, Moss.
I keep logging in. I don't know what's going on here.
Now, you go to users at the very top. Anyone who's looking for someone in particular, if you want to follow someone in the community or whatever, just click start typing to search right there.
I see him right here, Drunk Savage.
But I'm showing them how to do it.
That's all right. I see him immediately.
But you didn't help him.
Jesse, this is the time we have to shut the hell up and let me do my thing, okay?
Sorry.
That's okay. I love you. Where is it? The home invasion. Okay.
He said he posted it.
I think he said it was on the website, Jesse. I think that was his words.
Oh, he said I didn't
yes,
upload
Jesse.
it.
Very good. Okay. So that didn't work. Well, there's Drunk Savage's profile. Go give him a friend. Go be friends.
Just go to the homepage and see if you can scroll.
Yeah, if someone could drop it on the community section, you'd be a peach. If you could drop it on the community section.
Who posted it?
I don't know. That's why I was like, yeah, it's gonna
I'll
take forever to look for it.
I'll check for you.
All right. Doesn't matter. Let's get into the next story.
No, it matters.
We'll read the Anthony Smith story, and then hopefully someone can drop it on.
Why you gotta be so controlling, Mosh? Just let me find it for you.
No, I'm just keeping the show rolling.
Don't
it's not
you
controlling.
Don't you worry.
It's cold.
Don't you worry, child.
Yeah. No, I'll read the chat while Jesse's doing that. Hello, chat. Say hello. Say hello to me. What do we got here, chat room? Yeah, what happened? Well, we're gonna try to show the video. We'll find it. Hopefully, see, the thing is, I don't want to show a YouTube channel of it. I want to show.
No, it's not a.
I'm sure it's on Twitter. Why'd you stop me from looking on Twitter?
It's not on Twitter.
All right. Look, Anthony Smith, invasion. Twitter's the best. What are you talking about? Home invasion. Let's see.
Oh, found it.
Damn it. MMA media invasion flex on social media. All right, so you can put it on the website.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube though.
Yeah, but you can watch it right off the website.
All right, let's show this thing. If we get flagged for this shit.
You're not gonna get flagged. It's a home invasion video. The news reporters were using it.
Yeah, we never.
You can't get flagged for it.
No, okay, we never get flagged.
You're not gonna get flagged for it.
Oh, Drunk Savage. I mean, not Drunk Savage. No, wait, hold on. Show and put ARIEL HELWANI's interview.
No,
That's
I
not
have
it.
the actual invader here. I just posted
The
it.
invader.
You have to refresh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, so here we go. Let's watch this thing. I didn't see this yet, so this will be a live reaction. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be pausing it throughout the thing, and everyone's going to be like, stop pausing it. Wah. I don't give a fuck, because this is how I roll.
Why you got to pause it?
All right, here we go. Because I like to provide some content rather than just watch fucking videos with everybody. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's see. I'm sure there's no sound. Okay.
I don't think
so. This guy looks like Tony Hawk.
Try turning the sound up, see if you can hear anything.
Nah, what do you mean here?
I don't know if there's
Okay,
sound.
so he's coming in. What did he get shocked? What the fuck was that?
No, he like grabbed the doorknob, realized it was locked, and then started screaming.
What the hell? Oh my god.
They said there's sound.
Oh my god. Wow. This dude's on some
He
sort
looks
of
like a
drugs.
teenager. He looks like he's in his 20s maybe.
Yeah, he does look like he's in his 20s.
They said there's sound.
Hold on a second. Ready? Hold on. Let me try something else here, Jesse. Ready? Watch this. This content. Ready? No. Okay. So he slams the door again. Wow. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he's definitely on drugs.
Oh, man. So Anthony Smith is home while this is happening?
I think this
Oh yeah,
guy...
you want the hold on. Hold on. Whoever said that in the chat, we'll do that for you. Okay, ready, Jesse? Here, this is gonna be good. This content.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay, so he's yelling at the thing. Now he walks away. All right, so he runs down the block. Where's he going, Jess?
I don't know.
Wow, look at him go. Okay, there's a lot of cameras here. I'm riveted. All right, so there's Anthony Smith. Yeah, we don't care. We know what you look like. That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a home invasion. That's
Well,
someone...
that showed... They only had the outdoor camera, so it just showed him outside
Oh,
before he had...
that was a lame home invasion. So he just tried to... He wanted to see if he was home. So that was
I
it?
think he was on drugs and he might have thought it was his own home. Maybe he got kicked out or something. He realized he couldn't get in, thinking it was his own home, and he was like mad at whoever was inside.
The guy rang his doorbell.
No, he didn't ring it. He was trying to open the door. He realized it was locked. He started screaming.
All right, you want the audio? All right, if that's what you want. What time was this at?
I don't know. They said it was like 1 in the morning or something like that. But
Oh, this should be a donation.
I think he thought he was.
Yeah, Jess?
Why would I start talking if you're gonna play it?
No, go ahead.
I think he thought he was at his own home. I think someone might have kicked him out,
Oh, yeah.
and he was high, so he didn't realize this wasn't his home.
Should we get rid of this scream and have this scream? Here he goes again. You ready, boys?
What was that knocking? Was someone knocking on the window?
Yeah, I think it was Anthony Smith. Like, get the hell out of here. I think we should switch screens, right? Can someone clip that? Make my job
Wait,
easier.
Can you replay that?
Yeah, Anthony Smith was home and he's like, get
Well,
out.
why would he knock on the window?
He's probably telling him, get the hell out. Like, he's knocking, like, get out.
Wait. wait.
Yeah, he's like, get out.
Get out.
Typically, when people break in,
All right, so there we go. Hold on, let's do it together. Ready? Oh, we got to do something with that clip. I think I'm going to get rid of this and have that. What do you think?
Okay.
We're going to have to get rid of this one. Yeah, that one's so much better. It's like it's so much more passionate. All right, what's the story? Let's get to the story, right? I mean, what a show tonight. What a show.
Even former opponent Jon Jones believed the situation would have played out differently had the roles been reversed. The assessment didn't sit well with the easily irritated Smith, who doesn't understand why Bones was using a disaster to flex on social media. Smith told SiriusXM Fight Nation, quote, "What a perfect moment to flex, Jon, in the middle of a disaster like that in my home. What a perfect opportunity to flex how goddamn cool you are. Just when you thought that's pretty admirable of Jon Jones to reach out, well wish me. Then, as you continue reading, you're like, oh, that's right, I forgot you're still a fucking douchebag. It's just his opportunity to insert himself and make sure everyone knows how cool and badass he is. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but when I wake up at 4 in the morning to use the bathroom, I can barely remember to flush the toilet," says the writer. The idea of fighting off a crazed maniac and former standout high school wrestler in a life-or-death situation is hard to imagine. Smith continued, quote, "First of all, I had the worst-case scenario. We get it, Jon. You're all over Twitter and Instagram with all your guns and your cool dog, but I got caught. I got caught slipping. Worst case scenario. Guns weren't close. Not typical. Door was open. Not typical. I don't get what he's getting at. It's really easy to sit there and go, if that guy came into my house, I would have just beat the shit out of him. I would have done this. I would have shot him. It's really easy to say that until you're caught in it and you've been awake for 8 seconds and you're in the middle of a goddamn pandemonium throwdown in the middle of your living room with no pants on. Nobody's ready for that shit. It's really easy to flex on Twitter."
Wow, he sounds like such a crybaby, huh?
Well, I mean, he's got a point. Jon Jones kind of used this as an opportunity to take any light off of him being pulled over for like a third fucking DWI, having an open carried gun in the back of his car and an open bottle of alcohol. He's just using this for people to take the idea off of him that he's gotten in trouble. So he's going to use someone else's misfortune.
You know,
fuck the guy.
Nothing really happened, though. It's just some lunatic that was all methed out. It was someone tweaking. I don't know. Rang his doorbell. He didn't really break in or anything like that. I mean, you can't be doing that, but still, I mean, there's worst case scenarios. I think he should just chill, man. You know? But, yeah, Jon Jones has been, man, he's back at it. Like we've noticed with him with Israel Adesanya and now Anthony Smith. It is quite cringy. We need some real fights back in our face because it's getting a little loony. It's getting a little loony out here. But this guy, you know, he just needs some drugs. You know, my man needs some drugs. What are you going to do? So Anthony Smith. Thank God. Thank God his life was saved. Did they arrest this guy? Just they arrest this guy? I can't get it queued up quick enough. Hold on a second. Did they arrest this guy? Jess? Jess will be back.
It's my understanding that he was arrested.
He was arrested?
Yes.
Okay.
What's so funny?
Huh?
What's so funny?
Nothing. Nothing's so funny.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
All right, let's get into the next story, Jess. As Anthony Smith.
You could just stop lying, you know. Maybe tell me what's so funny.
I played the scream again, Jess. You don't have to get so weirded out.
Jones would beat Smith and the meth head same time.
Yeah. With his hands tied behind his back, under the influence, feeding homeless men booze. Thank you, King K, for the wonderful, wonderful donation.
Wonderful.
Thank you, everyone, for donating tonight. As we are chilling here, hanging with the boys. What's going on? You all right?
Yeah, I just have a headache.
Now you got a headache? Is it the Rona?
Can we just move on?
Shortness
Why do you
of
gotta
breath.
put all the fucking attention on me? Can we just do the show, please?
Well, I'm worried. You might have the Rona.
You're not worried. You're looking for content. Let's do the show. Randy Couture reacts to UFC postponements on Pandemic Island, according to MMA Fighting.
Pandemic Island? What?
Randy Couture believes the UFC's attempt to move forward in the midst of a global pandemic bordered on selfish. This past week, Dana White announced the UFC 249, originally scheduled to take place on Saturday, was indefinitely postponed due to COVID-19 outbreak. Future events were also paused. White had been adamant the promotion would move forward with its 2020 schedule by holding events at the Tachi Palace Resort Casino in Lemoore, California, but the Disney and ESPN executives stepped in to intervene, according to the UFC president. Couture, a UFC Hall of Famer, gym owner, and PFL color commentator, recently appeared on Weighing In with Josh Thompson and John McCarthy and gave his reaction to the latest news regarding his former promoter. The multi-time UFC champion has had many issues with the organization over the years and has taken the promotion to task over its treatment of fighters. He's never been shy about his opinions. Couture, who said he's feeling much better after suffering a heart attack this past year, hit pause on his MMA obligations. But he was a part of the 2020 Arnold Classic last month. The event usually features a convention that sees nearly 250,000 fans that attend the multiple locations of Ohio. In light of the COVID-19 outbreak, it was canceled, but most of the athletes were able to compete. Additionally, spectators were allowed to attend the Arnold Classic Physique Finals. With Couture being a part of the massive event, as well as seeing the precautions that were taken, he certainly has some understanding as to why there is a lot of confusion with this topic.
Oh, boy, Randy. Oh, Randy. How is he doing with his health? Did he have a heart attack?
Super chat.
This guy's got to calm down.
That intruder scream had me in tears. It's even funnier when he does it the second time, as if they didn't hear him the first time.
Yeah, there's something incredibly funny about that. We probably shouldn't be laughing if we were good human beings, but I mean,
Chris.
Oh, that's a bit. That's quite the bit. Thank you, Squid Jones, man. You were wonderful.
Wonderful.
That's loud. Sorry, apologies to the headphone wearers. It's quite loud. Oh, man. You don't like that, do you?
No, I don't care.
You don't like that segment. All right. It makes you lose your train of thought. Like, we were just talking about Randy Couture, and after that scream happened, I just forgot everything. It just absorbs anything that's in your brain, soaks it up. Yeah, you don't like it.
I could care less. I don't know why you're making these assumptions.
This guy looks like the guy from Ozark. Jesse, that lawyer. Anyway, what's this guy? What's Mr. AIDS talking about over here?
He's a representation of Endeavor, Moss.
Endeavor.
The UFC parent company Endeavor launches a coronavirus podcast.
There's a coronavirus podcast?
Yes.
What? What do you want? Why are you looking at me?
No, I was waiting to get... Never mind.
What are you waiting for?
Your feedback on the... Never mind.
What? What, about it being a podcast? That's a little ridiculous, but okay. What's going on? You want the scream again? Do you need the scream?
No, because you
guys
always
want
keep
the
it
screen?
too loud. You never turn it down.
Well, we need to make it a soundbite. We need to
Too loud.
clip it and make it a soundbite, because for me to go back and constantly do it, it just... The delay is the funniest part. The knock, and then you know it's coming. It's like going on a ride that you don't know when the drop's gonna happen. It's like you're going up. Oh fuck. Was that it? Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! Oh my god! Is that it? Get out! Get out! All right, talk about this coronavirus podcast.
Okay.
This COVID-19 podcast.
Well,
So the actual disease is going to have a podcast? Is that what's going on?
No. According to Bloody Elbow, as Endeavor continues to suffer financial blows in the wake of the 2019 novel coronavirus pandemic, the agency has decided to launch a new podcast on the global health crisis. The podcast...
I'm thinking about this. You know, that's the sound in my head on a daily. Like, when every day that sound goes through my head.
Why?
I don't know. That's life. That's what happens when life hits you, you know? You know, Jess, I feel like that's in your brain. Like, every moment that you give me the look, I feel like that's the noise that's happening in your head. Like when you give me the death stare.
There's no noises in my head.
No.
Only visions.
All right.
The podcast, which is called Making the Call, is co-hosted by Endeavor co-CEO Ari Emanuel's elder brother, Dr. Zeke Emanuel, and Dr. Jonathan Moreno. The podcast will focus on the ongoing pandemic and the potential solutions required to mitigate its spread over the coming months. Dr. Emanuel is an oncologist, a bioethicist, and a professor and vice provost at the University of Pennsylvania. He is also the architect of the Affordable Care Act. What now, Moss? What is so funny now?
I'm just laughing about this. I'm sorry. The noise is, I don't know what it is.
Enlighten us.
No, just go ahead. I'm listening to the story, but for some reason, it's just on a loop in my head. And I'm just thinking all the funny things that could be done with that noise, you know?
Okay.
Like, I'm just thinking of things. So let my brain work. You just keep on telling me about this podcast over here. I'll get it out of my head eventually. I don't know why.
Well, Dr. Emanuel's relationship to his brother, ARIEL, could be considered a conflict of interest given Endeavor's incentive to host live events as soon as possible. The renowned oncologist has already stated publicly that he does not believe large gatherings, which include concerts and sports events, will occur before late 2021. Restarting the economy has to be done in stages, and it does have to start with a more physical distancing at a work site that allows people who are at lower risk to come back. Certain kinds of construction or manufacturing or offices in which you can maintain 6-foot distances are more reasonable to start sooner. Larger gatherings, conferences, concerts, sporting events.
Super chat.
King K coming in with the super chat.
Get out, you mad rat. Get off the bus.
Shit on bus. Thank you, King K. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's pretty much it.
So what's in a nutshell? What is this thing about?
In a nutshell, the Endeavor and like a doctor and like the CEO, the co-CEO of Endeavor will be hosting a podcast about mitigating, the situation of the coronavirus, I guess.
No one is gonna listen to that podcast. No one's gonna listen to that podcast. No one cares about the Endeavor COVID-19 podcast. You can lick my fucking balls. Yeah. I thought I was gonna do the other one, but I didn't.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Coming in hot. Roberto.
I drove to the store last week, left my wallet at home. That's exactly what I did inside the car. Angelic face.
Wait, so what happened? You lost your wallet? Oh my God. What happened? You just...
Turn it down. It's redlining. I don't care if you do it, just don't make it redline. It's like blowing out my eardrums over here.
Oh man. Could you imagine the songs you could make with that? Like any song that has in it, and you just have that. Oh man. When we're done with this show tonight, have a blast with that soundbite. Man, oh man. There's so many things you can do. So many things you can do. It's even funnier when people get mad about it. Not you, Jesse. If someone
No,
in the
I'm
chat
not mad. I don't care if you play it. I just don't want it to redline. It's like blowing my eardrums out. I just want you to turn it down a little bit.
I can't. I fucking can't. It makes it funnier for some reason. You know when something happens and it's like mildly funny, but then when people like get mad, I'm not talking about you. Like when you see a group of people get mad or something like that, it gets funnier for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why is that.
It's because it's a natural human response to want to poke people.
I don't know why it's so funny.
I think you feel like
oh God,
like they're on edge. Let's poke them. Let's keep poking.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just gets funnier.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like certain people laughing, and then you see like one, stop it.
Yeah, the bit's funny. The bit's funny. Just turn this knob a little bit. That's all I ask.
I don't know why.
The bit's hilarious. Just turn the knob. I just don't want to lose my hearing in one.
I don't know. I love it. Poor Roberto can't find his wallet. That sound the alarms.
Yeah.
I hope you found your wallet. Did you find it? All right. Khabib, a little neckbeard action. Oh, you know what? I found out that you really can't make fun of.
No, wait. Where are you? You're on the wrong one.
What is it?
Colby Covington, Jon Jones.
No, would I go too far?
Yeah, you're way too. No, wrong one.
No, I just went back. Like you can't joke around about neckbeards or anything anymore.
Why?
I don't know. People got mad.
People get mad about it.
People got mad. We can't make fun of it.
Let me just make one thing clear. And you said it best yourself. Like we have become such a sensitive world that you can't even say something anymore without people just getting their fucking panties all in a twist and getting so upset about it. Just like fuck, dude. Like how do you think your fucking parents grew up? Jesus Christ. Like, let's all fucking grow a pair. We became such a fucking sensitive society. You can't say anything anymore. And you got people like this over here. I just don't get it. Turn it down.
What else, Jess?
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about the constant sensitivity. Like, it doesn't matter what you say. It's going to make somebody mad. And they're not going to return. And they're not going to subscribe. And well, like, fuck off. I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here then. Jesus Christ. I don't want to fucking hear your bullshit, you sensitive Nancy.
Oh, man.
God damn. Like, who fucking raised you?
Jess,
a pansy?
I just made a comment about neckbeards, for God's sakes. You didn't have to go on a complete
so
rant.
Annoying, man. I wish I was raised in a fucking generation where those things didn't fucking matter, because it's so fucking annoying. You can't say what the fuck you want without people getting upset about it. These fucking liberals, Chris. I blame liberals and hot dog bottom lip Luke Thomas.
We'll just laugh at him. Oh, God.
I'm getting triggered about people getting triggered.
Yeah. You know, anytime someone gets mad, if I make a neckbeard joke, I just... You know, and then it's just like I get a second wave. It's like a knock.
The knock was the wave?
Yeah, it's a second. Now, I can't find this Colby Covington story. I see... Oh, there he is. Okay, let's talk about Colby Covington.
All right. According to MMA Fighting, Colby Covington has blasted Jon Jones over his latest arrest and hopefully... saying hopefully he goes to jail. What? Moss.
Yeah.
You gotta stop with this thing.
Oh, man.
All right, pay attention to the story, because you're gonna have to give an opinion on it.
I have opinions on everything, Jess.
Yeah. All right. You're uncontrollable.
The knock is the funniest part. It's like, because it's like you're just awaiting the sound to happen again. It's that subtle. And then you're just like, oh, wait for it. I don't know.
But
it's amazing.
Okay.
Might be our best segment ever. All right. Colby Covington.
There's no control over the mystic brain.
Airing his armpit out. Okay, what do we got?
Covington joked on the What the Heck show that Jones getting in trouble might actually provide some normalcy to people looking for more familiar news during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Here's what he said. Quote, "You would think that we've never seen anything like this before. We're going through this pandemic, this unprecedented time, the coronavirus. People are stuck in their houses, and you would just think that everybody's just... It's the craziest time ever in life." But then Jon Jones gets caught by the Albuquerque police again. For what? The 7th time or 8th time? Everything is normal in the world, people. I promise you. Jon Jones is still getting caught. He's still a dirtbag. He's still cheating on his wife and doing drugs and doing steroids. And we can almost go back to normal soon. So hang in there, people. You're going to be out of your houses soon. The world is coming back to normal. Jon Jones is still getting caught, and he's still a piece of shit. And hopefully he goes to jail soon. Mm-hmm. Former college roommates, Covington and Jones have had a frigid relationship for years, and it is only worsened as the two have ascended the UFC rankings. Jones, despite his issues outside of the cage, has been a world champion and a Marquez star since 2011, while Covington has become one of the most talked about welterweight contenders over the past few years. That attitude hasn't always endeared Covington to fans, nor has he always been on the same page as the UFC president Dana White. Following his fight of the night winning headlining title clash with Kamaru Usman at UFC 245, which Covington lost by TKO in the final minute of the bout, Chaos said his relationship with White is improving, especially in comparison to some of his peers, saying, quote, "It's getting better. He understands what I'm doing. He understands the business that I bring to this company, and I put myself out there. Not a lot of these fighters want to put themselves out there because they're scared of the fall. I know I'm not going to fall. I know I'm the best, and I'm willing to put it all on the line, and I'm willing to make it exciting and entertaining because that's what it's all about. This is entertainment show business. I want to make it exciting for the fans. I want to give them some hope, some inspiration, and that's why I do what I do."
All right. Colby Chaos. Shout out to Colby.
Can I ask you a question with your total honesty in response?
Yeah, go ahead.
While I was reading that article, were you not listening to anything I was saying and just thinking about the Screaming Man?
It was on loop in my head.
Yeah. So you didn't hear anything I said.
I mean, listen, I want him back.
You're so frustrating.
I'm checked out of Colby until we find out if is he fighting Usman again. Is he fighting Tyron Woodley? If I don't hear anything like that, my mind immediately starts screaming like The Intruder. Like, it just keeps going on the loop. So, yeah, shout out to Chaos. Like I said earlier in the stream, all I give a shit right now about is this potential card coming up May 9th. This is what's on my mind and the screen. This is it. They want it. The people want it. Listen, we got to clip that thing. After the show, I'll clip it. Unless someone clips it and put it on the MMAHoles.com.
We should get the intruder on the show.
That would be great. What an interview that would be.
What was going through your mind when you started screaming outside of Anthony Smith's house?
A live performance of the Scream.
Yeah.
And then we'll, with the knock in the second phase. Anyway, this card, if you're just jumping in, May 9th, it's in the works for the Apex facility. Dana White looking to get it done. Pretty much no one has signed a contract, but verbally a lot of fighters are agreeing to this. Very good card if it does come to fruition. What's the next story, Jess?
One more story, Moss.
One more story about GSP. GSP.
Yeah. Now, GSP said training during the coronavirus pandemic is hard, but there is always a way. So it doesn't seem like he's too worried about training during the pandemic. According to Bloody Elbow, several fighters have spoken about how difficult it is to train in self-quarantine, but GSP says a true champion must adapt to his environment and be willing to fight under any circumstances. Speaking to Tyron Woodley on Instagram Live, the former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion stressed the importance of maintaining a healthy mindset during the coronavirus pandemic and said fighters must find new ways to be creative. He said, quote, "As a martial artist, you always have to find a way to be creative. Even if you cannot go to the gym, you can find a way to train and do your work. There's many ways to do it. It would be hard, however, you have to take it that way. It would be hard for everybody. It would be equally as hard for your opponent, so you're both at a disadvantage in a way, you know what I mean? You're going to have to be creative. Sometimes the person who is the most creative, the one who can adapt to the best with an opponent, can have the most success. When you're fighting someone, the perfect way to prepare for someone is to become his perfect antagonist. In a situation like this, the same thing here. You're taken out of your comfort zone, and you each have to find a way to make your own training and a preparation and to perform, which is very hard, but you have to think about your opponent and will you go through the same thing? GSP retired in 2019 after voluntarily relinquishing his UFC middleweight title. Rush forged a legacy at the greatest welterweight champion in UFC history and one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time.
So is GSP going to get himself back in?
Not that I'm aware. He's basically just saying you have to keep trekking no matter whether there's a global pandemic or not. It shouldn't stop you from trying to reach your goals as a fighter.
Interesting. Something tells me GSP is not done. I'm still going to go with that. I don't think he's done. I think he's going to try to squeeze his way back into the situation. Make sure you slap the shit out of the like over here. Like it for the fact that we are live and we are braving through this pandemic. So if you're having some fun, smack the like, share the video, and make sure you're subscribed. Pray to Lord Artem that this pandemic will go away. Also pray to Lord Artem that this card will come together and we'll get to see it. Because I am really itching. I'm itching for some MMA, and I am very pumped up about this. Also, like we said before, we put on here, it's not MMA related, but the stimulus thing did go down. Some people are getting their money. If you didn't get it, we have a link. You can check it out, the status of what's the deal if you're in the U.S. and looking to get paid. So shout out to the broke people that need some cash. Hopefully everyone gets paid, and it's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, chat room, let's see what's going on in there as we are on a Wednesday night. And I am very excited, very optimistic. But the question is, are you optimistic? Are you excited? What are you looking forward to coming up on this possible card May 9th?
Cletus Cassidy says, give us this day or our daily goat. Shannon Stewart says, GSP said he never liked fighting and was scared every fight. Sean Hart says,
we don't have to, should I do it?
Ruben Rivera says,
They want it. The people they're calling for it.
I'm gonna leave. I don't want it.
Hold on a second. Let me give it. I'm a man of the people.
Let me know when it's done.
I mean, someone's breaking in there. Wait for it.
Get out! Get out now! Get out now!
Listen, I'm here to please the people. It's done, Jesse. It's done. You can come back.
Gives me a headache.
Yeah, I know. That is pretty loud. So, what do you want to talk about with the people? Like, what do you need to talk about, Jesse? Damn it. I didn't time it correctly. I had it, and damn, I almost caught her. All right. Okay,
Done?
Jesse. Yes, I'm done.
You better be. I'm not playing this game with you, Moss.
No, I'm done, Jesse. I'm done. I am done. All right. How many people
Little
in this...
jokester over here. We got the Joker. You like the Joker?
Yeah, I am quite the jokester.
Yeah.
I tried. This is why you got to wear these headphones. Even if you're listening to the show, you need big headphones. You don't need the ones that go in the eardrum, because if we do play something very loud, it could be brutal.
But imagine the audience is listening with what I have on.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
That's why I just...
So you gotta...
Do you listen?
No, so you gotta adjust accordingly.
No,
so...
what I'm saying is everyone needs to wear these big clunky headphones. I expect everyone, if you have headphones on, to wear the big guys.
Yeah.
Because if you have the things in the eardrum, I've listened to things before, and when it's loud, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good for your eardrums. Blows them out. All right, what do you want to talk about, Jess? How about you? Let's see what you got in you. I mean, listen, I'm always blabbing and saying, hey, let's talk about this and that. What do you want to talk about to the community right now with 240 hanging with the boys?
I kind of want to talk about the UFC 249 coming back in May. I don't think it's going to happen.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of this studio right now, because I am gonna scream if you keep on saying shit like that. Everyone drop that serious face on Jesse. I mean, hope, friends. We must have hope that May 9th this is going to go down. I believe. I, Mystic Moss, believe in you, Dana White, that you could bring this card to our eyeballs. May 9th, Apex facility, a card that we need going through this pandemic. A card that must happen. ESPN, Disney, you can't pull this away from us. The media, you can't pull that bullshit again. This is going to happen. We need carnage in our lives more than ever right now. And it will happen. May 9th.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, so here's a question, Jesse. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I get a yes, sir, in the chat? The question is this. The fight goes down. Where will it air?
Fight Pass.
I proposed Fight Pass the last stream.
I would assume Fight Pass.
But I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this will be on ESPN Plus.
No.
I'm gonna say that. I believe it.
Do you know why it's not gonna happen in ESPN Plus? Is because it's like here's the tree, right? It's Disney, ESPN Plus, then the UFC. And if Disney says you can't do it, then ESPN Plus says you can't do it.
Yes.
So Disney has like the whole say, but if Dana White does it on Fight Pass, Disney has no rule over Fight Pass. ESPN Plus has no rule over Fight Pass. Dana White can do whatever the fuck he wants as long as he gets permission to have a group of people in one place.
I believe that Fight Pass is an option, like we said on a previous stream. But I think I believe what the UFC is going to say to ESPN is the WWE is doing this on their own, and they're doing it flawlessly. Everything's fine. I know one person got the COVID, but they're saying it's outside. We don't know exactly the story, but everyone seems to be healthy, and they're still moving forward. The UFC could say, listen, the WWE is doing this by themselves. We could do this with or without you. Either way, it works. We're going to move forward with this. I feel that ESPN then will be like, you know what? This is a big deal. We believe in the UFC. We're going to go for this. We'll be the first sport broadcasted on ESPN. This would be a big deal. So I really do believe that ESPN Plus is going to be on board. I really do. Regardless, we're going to see it. It's going to happen, Jesse. I really firmly believe May 9th is going to go down. I think it's going to be on ESPN Plus. You're saying Fight Pass.
I don't think it's going to happen in May.
Get out. Get out of the studio right now. The Henry Solstice Studios
But you
of
should
New
be
York.
grateful I said that because I've been wrong about the events thus far. So if anything, I just made it happen. You know?
We should make I Believe in the UFC
By
shirts.
me saying it's not going to happen, pretty much guarantees it's going to happen.
When people look at Superman, what do they see? They see hope. When people look at Mystic Moss, they see hope. I am the face of hope.
No. You might want to work on that a little bit.
It's the face of hope.
Can someone screenshot this?
The face of hope right there. I am going to say this is happening. Lock it up. May 9th. It's going down. Let's see what the chat says.
Bye-bye. JBH says Life and Logic. Jean-Paul says they are being held hostage. Dan says Dana's going to phone Uncle Donald and get an exemption. Panda says, oops, I accidentally clicked on this. Well, welcome. Aiden says, not an injustice. What the fuck, JBH? Get the fuck out. Social Bass says she sneaks in the bathroom and watches Luke Thomas.
Yeah, you're channeling your inner hot dog bottom lip tonight, Jesse. I'm not happy with this.
No, I want it to happen. Unlike Hot Dog Bottom Lip, I actually want it to happen. Hot Dog Bottom Lip doesn't want it to happen. Of course he doesn't. He says he does now because he's backtracking because he got fucking lit on fire by the entire MMA community. But I actually want it to happen. I wanted UFC 249 to happen in April. So it's not saying I don't want it to happen. I don't know if it can be pulled off.
Dana White is going to make this happen. This is a stubborn SOB. This is a man.
Well, we said the same thing about the April event.
This is a man that he got knocked down a step for the April thing. And what does he do? May 9th, we're going again. This man is relentless. This guy does not give a fook. This is the face of the UFC. This is the face of hope. Mystic Moss is the face of hope. Because I'm telling you right now, it's guaranteed going to happen. We got a subscriber coming in over here. Look at this. Look, this is a strong human being, Panda Chan. Shout out to Panda Chan.
Welcome, Panda Chan.
Jumped into the community. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
We want to let the dragons loose, so give us a sub. Panda Chan, thank you very much. Panda Chan.
Wow, this show went by fast, Moss.
Because it's about hope.
What? That
There
doesn't
are
make any sense.
there are a lot of shows out there that give you fake news. There are a
And
lot
no
of
hope.
shows out there that just give you rubbish, shitty entertainment. But this show over here gives you the real facts, the real truth, the real opinions that matter.
And hope.
And hope. What show could you say you watch gives you hope?
Yeah.
All these other shows are doom and gloom and, ooh, woe is me. Wah. I fucking drove straight into a hole today. Popped my e-scooter tire. And I bounced back, come on the show, wear a fan on my chest and give you hope. You don't get that anywhere else. You get fucking shitty. You know where you get it? You get shitty hangout shows. And let's be serious here, Jesse.
Yeah.
These other MMA shows are complete
MMA shows.
shit.
Yeah.
They drag a fighter on. They start talking. It's AIDS. They're glitching. There's these hangout screens over here. They don't read the goddamn live chat.
Half the time their mic doesn't work.
And then you have other shows that are righteous as folk, and they just preach into your fucking face and just drill their opinion into your fucking head and don't give a fuck about the live chat. We don't do that. Might drill my opinion here and there, but then we open up the chat and talk to the people. This is the people's show. This is the MMA-Holes. Be proud to be an MMA-Hole, motherfucker.
Woo, woo! We should dance to this, Mom.
We should dance.
Let's hear it.
You want to dance?
I want to dance. Oh,
okay.
You interrupted our we were leading into
The
something.
Church of the
I
Holes.
really think that the only reason Disney pulled the plug on 249 is because they would have looked like complete assholes if they continued after Rose pulled out after losing 2 family members
maybe.
to COVID. I think everything will go on okay this time.
I hope you're right.
Donkey.
A lot of people, even the people that were trashing the April show, are all of a sudden flipping the script and kind of half-ass on board with the May 9th event, and it's just kind of convenient. You know, like these are people that were, you know, the flaming torches and like, I'm going to burn down the building if you have this event. And now they're kind of like, well, it's kind of cool if they have it.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense. Maybe it was the Rose thing. I think it's more than that. I think it's politics. I think the politics got involved. The people had to fucking abandon ship from something that they were truly afraid of. Dana White, no fear.
Yeah.
No fear. It's like I'm sucking the cock of the White tonight, but it is what it is.
But more importantly, this is the fucking MMA Hole. MMA Holes. fuck you in your butthole. Yeah. No, just me. No hype for.
These are the days that I truly wish that I was still DJing, because I would totally say, we're going to bring to the mic the hype person tonight, and then just drag you out, and then this happens. Like a wedding or something like that, and throw Jesse out there. Go ahead, Jesse, hype it up, kid.
Nah, I can't anymore.
I mean, that was inspiring, man. You fucking turned up. You turned up, kid. You turned that. I mean, people were flipping tables over listening to that, getting so fired up. Did you ever think you had that in you?
You could have been my like wingman, you know. You could have just.
How do I match that?
You could have just supported me a little bit, maybe.
How do I match
added
that?
to the song, or.
There's no way I could have matched the energy that you threw into that, especially with the scoliosis hunchback look that you were doing there. I mean, I don't know what happened here, but you went Quasimodo on us for a sec. Can you do that one more time, Jesse, please?
No. No.
You want to do it to another song? Yeah, try.
No, I don't want to do it.
Try it to this song over here. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to the mic JBH. She's about to pump shit up right now. Jesse, bring it home. The people, the MMA-Holes. We need to hype them up right now. You ready, chat room? Are you ready?
And what are you supposed to do to this music?
That's right, JBH is about to bring it down, raise the roof, as JBH is about to ignite the chat room. Let's go.
Turn it off. Stop it.
Come on, Jesse. Bring it to us hard. Yes. Everybody, stand up.
All right.
That's right. Get your hands in the air. You're in the greatest community in the world. It's going down. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. That's right. Scream. 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 Everybody scream in the chat! That's right! All right. Everybody calm down. Jesus Christ.
Jeez, you made that a whole thing, Moss.
That was the Anthony Smith Intruder remix over there.
So that's the end of the show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again on Friday night.
Wait, we have 5 minutes left.
Oh, we do?
I mean,
shoot, I thought we had the timing just right.
Now that's how you hype it up.
That was a good ending to the show. You just had to ruin it.
That's how you hype up the audience, Jesse. They were pumped up. They were fucking strangling each other in the chat. They were going crazy, flipping tables, waking up their mom, punching their dad in the face, hitting their wife, strangling their kids.
Yes!
This is what happens when you have caffeine and mix it with coronavirus. All right, if you're just jumping in, last words over here. This card is in place.
Yeah.
This is what they're throwing out there, May 9th. And it should be wonderful.
Wonderful.
If everyone is on board, we'll see what happens. If you're watching the replay, in the comments section down below, let us know what you think. Will the fight happen on May 9th, or are we going to get let down again? More blue balls.
Moss, is the Anthony Smith remix going to be our wedding song?
I want that to be my ringtone.
Ah!
Yeah, baby.
That's what Moss is going to be doing as he's leaving the church that day.
It would be funny though. We should
Not
do like.
Again!
You would make a good hype person, yes. I could see it. Could you imagine a room like an arena full of people, right? The music's fucking pumping. You're at the mic. You're ready to turn everyone up. How would you do it? Like if you were on the stage.
I would say MMA-Holes is gonna fuck you in your butthole.
All right, Jesse. All right, let's get the last words from the chat, and then we're gonna wind this thing down.
Let's go, Moss says Luke Robinson. Sean Hart says shotgun winning. Microchips, bro. Let's fucking go. May 9th says Aiden. Dan says, holy fact, my neighbor just came over to make sure everything was okay.
Wonderful.
Panda says, I locked my child in the basement.
Yeah.
Aiden says Ferguson versus Gaethje. Staley says Law of Attraction Cali will be the last state to get a vaccine. I don't know what that means. Craig M says, wonderful, wonderful. Law says, yeah, I have to wear a mask outside of or a $1,000 fine. I called the cops to make sure. See you guys in Coachella, says Tony C.
Yeah, what's gonna happen with festivals? Like all these crazy.
It's not happening. They're not
Coachella, and we had EDC over here. We used to go to EDC, me and my buddies.
Yeah,
it was like
you
we
and
were
your
chaperones.
buddies?
We were like chaperones. We were so old, and my buddy would get bottle service. We go to like EDC, and everyone was on Molly. It's a shit
Were
show.
you on Molly?
No, but I was wrecked. I got mangled at those things. It was a complete shit show.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a EDC, and I'm sure Coachella's even worse. But my buddy had a hook, and he'd be like, yo, you want to go? I'm like, we're too old for that shit. And he was like, nah, we got a table. So we'd be popping bottles, and everyone would just be fucking doing their shit all mollied out. It was a weird-ass fucking thing. Anyone ever go to those festivals?
I don't want to hear about it.
The best festivals are like back in the day with the Lollapaloozas and Warped Tours and stuff like that. I used to love that shit. But Coachella and EDC, well, at least Coachella, you have bands there too, I think, right? You have a mix.
Never
it's not
been.
just DJ shit. EDC is all electronic music. So it's literally like you want to, if you're not drunk or high, you want to blow your brains out. It's one of those things. You don't go sober to one of those things.
Nice to hear.
Have you guys gone to Coachella or any of that stuff? Yeah, well, Ozfest, the best. Ozfest, you know what, drunk? You hit the nail on the head. Ozfest was great. But yeah, I did. I took my e-scooter to EDC. Anyway, all right, Jesse, let's say the final words. I think we're at it.
All right, don't forget to tune in on Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Fook Off Friday, so we can play the points game and have some fun over there. And as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.
An MMA what?
MMA hole.